Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. My name is Jess and today I'm going to be doing the random color challenge using the Kat Von D Saint and Sinner eyeshadow palette, which explains perfectly why my face is interesting looking right now. I have no makeup on aside from my brows and they're nice and cut out, so that is not even a concern today. They are already done, but I thought I would do the random color challenge. If you're unfamiliar with it, I will leave a link to, I believe, Mariah Leonard, who started it. If I'm incorrect, please correct me down below and I will leave a link to that person's video. But I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Saint and Sinner eyeshadow palette. So many of you have heard of this palette now. It is a beautiful big ol' rainbow and I feel like I can create something interesting with this. And because this just wasn't enough for me, I have also decided to do a random color challenge for my lips because I don't know, I just thought it would be more interesting. So I have all of my Kat Von D Everlasting liquid lipsticks, a lot of neutrals, but there are wild cards in here, don't you worry. I have some really brights. So if all of this sounds cool to you, then please keep on watching. So I'm going to start with the liquid lipstick that I'm going to choose, and for that I have all of the names written down in this little makeup box, and I'm just gonna shake it around. All right, and flip open. And I got the color Lolita 2, and I've used this color many times before. It's just a really beautiful, rusty, warm red. Now let's pick our eyeshadow colors. Okay, so same thing, except I have a little cup with all of the names of the Saint and Sinner eyeshadows, and I'm just going to shake this up, and I'm going to select 5 eyeshadows to use. I have the color Sabbath, I have Sacred Heart, Vestment, Cathedral, Sanctuary. So I'm just going to swatch those colors for you guys on my arm right next to Lolita 2 and we can see what we are working with. All right, so I have Lolita 2 right here, and then I have Sanctuary, Cathedral, Vestment, Sacred Heart, and Sabbath. I honestly think I can create something pretty cool with this. I'm gonna start off with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion as always. I find that a lot of these shadows go on really well without setting my base, so I'm just going to be using the primer and not setting it with a skin tone eyeshadow, and that's just because I want the really beautiful pigmentation of these shadows to come through, and that would definitely hinder it. So I only got one matte shade, like one true matte, and that's Sabbath, the black. So I think what I'm going to do is start out with a shimmery shade, just using my finger, and I'm going to be picking up the color Cathedral. And I'm just going to press this right into the lid. Don't worry about fallout. I specifically didn't do foundation because I didn't even want to worry about it. So I'm just going to push this onto the mobile lid right up to the crease. And with a blending brush, I'm just going to gently buff out my edges. Normally, I don't want a shimmer anywhere near my crease, but I'm thinking that I'm not really gonna be able to avoid that today just because I only got the black. I'm now going to take the color Vestment, and that is that beautiful shimmering teal green, and I'm also gonna take that on my finger. Look at that pigmentation, guys. That's crazy. And I'm just going to push this onto the outer corner of the eye. And you might be like, why are you using your finger? And the reason is that my finger is going to offer me the best pigmentation possible, because these shadows are so creamy and so buttery that I want all of that to come through. And with that same blending brush, I'm just going to go over those edges. Now on that same fluffy blending brush, I'm just gonna pick up the tiniest amount of Sabbath and buff this out a little bit, which is pretty difficult considering the fact that I'm using black, but literally the tiniest amount of Sabbath, like as little as you can pick up is what I'm looking for. And I'm using like so little pressure when it comes to the brush onto the skin, like barely touching it to the skin. Just enough to get some definition and some depth. I need there to be some kind of blend that's not shimmer. And I'm just gonna take another big fluffy brush and diffuse that slightly You guys know I do a big blown out smoky eye, so this is nothing super advanced yet. I'm going to take this little angled brush and pick up a bit of Sacred Heart and start working underneath the eye. And I'm not wetting the brush, I'm using it dry, and that's honestly so I don't get as much shimmer out of Sacred Heart, because it does have a sheen running through it. So if I do this, I definitely get more of the matte base. This look is gonna be interesting, and I'm not sure that it's going to look right until the very end. Now I'm just picking up a flat, rounded brush, and taking the color Sanctuary, which is our 5th shade, and buffing this underneath the eye into Sacred Heart. I'm not even mad about this eyeshadow yet. I mean, it's looking rough still, but I have big plans for it, so I'm not too worried. And I'm also blending Sanctuary over the top of where I placed Sacred Heart, just to blend the two. I'm dipping back into Sacred Heart, and I'm going to apply that more to the inner corner. I feel like I don't really have enough of vestment, so I'm going to pick more of that up on my finger and push that onto the lid. And kind of pull it in more. And cover over Cathedral a bit, but don't worry about that, because I think I'm going to use Cathedral again on the inner corner, so it'll be nice and bright. And use that dirty blending brush that we've been using with all of those crease colors and blend. Picking up a teeny weeny little brush, I'm just going to dip back into Cathedral, and then take my Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray and spray my brush. And I'm going to apply this to the inner corner of the eye. Really just make that super duper bright. I'm actually gonna pull it out just a touch and just create a more interesting shape on that inner corner. You definitely don't have to go this ham. I'm just really feeling this all of a sudden, so I'm going to do it. Okay, and last, I think this needs some liner to like ground it a little bit. So I am going to take an angled brush right here and dip into the color Sabbath again, and basically work this as kind of a liner. I'm also gonna take a little under the eye just to connect up with that winged shape that we just made. And if you want to sharpen it further, just take your makeup wipe. Now I'm just going to, off camera, apply my foundation and the rest of my makeup, not including the lips. I'll be back for the lips. And I'll just leave all of what I use down in the info box if you would like to know what I'm using. So this is the eyes complete. So now for my lips, I am going to be using the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Lolita 2, if you recall from the very beginning of the video, and I'm just going to apply that to my lips. I actually really like this look, and the funny thing is that all of these shadows I never would use together, so I guess that's the point of the random color challenge video, is to push yourself outside of your box. But I really love this look. I hope you guys do too, and I hope some of you will be inspired to do the random color challenge video yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and to subscribe, because that's how I know you guys are enjoying the content. And definitely leave a comment below letting me know whether you like this look or not, or if you would have done something differently, because I love getting feedback from you guys. I really do. And I hope you're all having an absolutely amazing day, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Bye bye.